Teal and purple ribbons all around the outside of the courthouse in Delphi, the favorite colors of friends Abby Williams and Libby German. Inside the courtroom, 12 jurors now listening to testimony as the state seeks justice for the teens' murders more than 7 years ago. It is the first day in the trial of double murder suspect Richard Allen. Thanks so much for joining us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Nicole Griffin. After opening statements this morning, the first witness was called to the stand, the grandmother of Libby German. WRTV's Caitlin Kendall joins us live tonight from the Carroll County Courthouse in Delphi.
Nicole, good evening to you. Testimony still happening right now. There's a witness being questioned by Prosecutor Nicholas McLeland for Carroll County. It has been an emotional day of testimony, both girls' families taking to the stand. We did get a bit of a late start this morning because we were told by Special Judge Fran Gohl that a few media members violated the order on not videotaping the jury. Their cameras were confiscated and they have now been banned from the trial. But once things officially got started, that 12-member jury and the 4 alternates assembled into the courtroom, and we can tell you they were briefed on their rules, told that they need to keep an open mind when they're hearing testimony and witnesses take to the stand. The courtroom has been packed to its fullest. Family of both Abby Williams and Libby German inside, as well as family of Richard Allen's inside the courtroom. About 27 open seats, not including the 12 media seats. I can tell you about 60 people waited in the line overnight even, and not everybody was even permitted to be inside. The first person to the stand, the state's witness, as we mentioned, was Becky Patty. That is, of course, Libby German's grandmother. Well, she took to the stand, as well as Libby's sister, Kelsey German, and Libby's father, Derek German, all of them talking about the timeline of the day that the girls went missing, that February 13th, and ultimately that February 14th when the girls' bodies were found. All of the family of both Libby and Abby spoke a bit about who the girls were. Libby's family talking about how she was a helper, she was outgoing, she wasn't afraid to speak up when it comes to standing up for what is right. They talked about how she was involved in so many sports and really just loved being around her friends. When it comes to Abby, Abby's mom Anna took to the stand. She got emotional at times, talking about how her shy daughter was so shy, but of course had several friends that she kind of had a close-knit friend group, but always wanted to see where she could help. There was a bit of an emotional time I wanted to tell you about when Becky Patty was on the stand. She talked about the last words that her granddaughter Libby spoke to her. It was before they were set to head out to the trail that day. It was a February day, but an unseasonably warm one, and Becky said she told Libby to grab a jacket. And she says that her last words from her granddaughter were, "Grandma, I'm going to be okay." It was a bit of an emotional time in the courtroom. After the family took to the stand, the prosecutor called up a Carroll County deputy who responded to the trail the day that the girls went missing after a phone call from the Patties. He's on the stand right now being questioned and, of course, answering those questions by the prosecutor. We're going to head back in there to hear what he has to say before being cross-examined by the defense. It's been a bit of an emotional day. We were expecting that, but of course, a lot more to come throughout the rest of the day, and court will be back Saturday morning starting at 9 a.m. We will be in the courtroom for the rest of the evening tonight and tomorrow morning, bring you the very latest both on air and online. Nicole?
All right, our Caitlin Kendall live tonight in Delphi. Caitlin, thank you. Well, purple and teal ribbons surround the Carroll County Courthouse in memory of Abby and Libby. The 7.5-year-long wait for justice has impacted their families, friends, and the entire Delphi community. Jim Smith lives 15 minutes away. He stopped by today to take it all in. He says he's surprised by how calm Delphi is, but still struggles with the collective shock of the girls' murders.
It was just so surprising because this kind of crime doesn't happen around here. There rarely a murder, let alone 2 teenage girls. You know, it's just not expected. You got to keep on praying for the family because the families are reliving it now with the trial.
Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, WRTV's Rachel Wilkerson shares how residents feel now that the trial is officially here.